Inter Milan versus Arsenal, UEFA Champions League match preview through the Canon lens. So it's Tuesday, the 20th of January 2026. It's Inter Milan versus Arsenal. It's an 8 p.m. kickoff at the San Siro. So looking at the two sides, current league position and their points and their, recent form in this competition. So Inter Milan are currently sixth. They have 12 points on the board. They've lost 2 and won 4. Key fixtures that come to mind. Obviously, the first match week, they won away 2-0 against Ajax. That was a big win for them. But the last two match weeks, so match week 5, they lost away at Atletico Madrid 2-1. And match week 6, they lost at home to Liverpool. Whereas Arsenal, the away side, the visitors, currently first in the group stage, top of the league, 18 points with 6 wins. Key wins that come to mind. Match week 3, where they won 4-0 at the Emirates at home against Atletico Madrid. That was a massive win. And of course, match week 5, where they won 3-1 at home at the Emirates under the lights against Bayern Munich. That was a massive win. So this game, match week 7, we're nearly coming to the end of the, league phase. Both teams, want to secure 100% secure top 8 position, so they get a nice fixture in the next round. So Arsenal, if we win this, or even if we get a draw, I feel would be enough in this game. Inter Milan, of course, they're going to really, want the win. They're the home side. They're really going to want the win in this game, And the last time, if you remember, it was in November 2024, we actually went to Inter Milan and lost 1-0. And don't know about you, but I would love if we can get a bit of redemption, and go there and just go there with the mindset of not losing. Get something from this game. 1 point in this game, and then, end with a massive win against Kairat at home. For me, that would be great. So yeah, this game is going to be a massive game at the San Siro. Inter Milan versus Arsenal. Stay tuned. Tactical analysis. So this is going to be a very, very tough game. Inter Milan, the top of their league. Arsenal, we're top of our league. Both teams are very organised defensively. I feel these are the key areas in the match where the game could be decided. So starting off in this midfield, in the centre of the park, I think the midfield battle, whoever wins that midfield battle and controls the game and the tempo of the game, will have a good chance of winning the game. I do think Gyökeres will be needed in this game. His defensive work off the ball, to disrupt, the likes of Barella getting on the ball. And I also feel he could occupy, Inter Milan's defenders really well. And of course, we could play to him in behind, when we win the ball back and counter attack. I also feel if our midfield, are very, very aggressive and they win the ball back quickly, we can play to the flanks. We do know that DiMarco, likes to bomb forward a lot. Potentially could, play to the get in behind Saka, or Madueke could get in behind on that flank. And also on the other flank, Trossard and Martinelli could also play to that side. We do need to be mindful, our defenders need to be mindful of Thuram and Martinez, who are very good strikers. If they get a chance, they can score. So we need to make sure our defence is always alert at all times. Another way I feel this game could be decided is through set pieces. So Declan Rice is in swingers, to the likes of Gabriel. We've also got Saliba in there, White. Marino's good in the air. Gyökeres is good in the air. Timber is also good in the air. And from the other side, we have Saka's deliveries are just as effective. So those are ways I feel we could potentially get a goal away at Inter Milan, and potentially win 1-0, or if not, maybe get a draw, a 1-1 draw, which would also, I feel, would be a draw would be a great result. Predictions. Here's my predicted 11 for this game, and stay tuned. At the end, I will reveal my final match prediction of this game. So we're going to go with a normal 4-3-3 system formation. Raya in goal, right back White, Saliba at right centre back, left centre back Gabriel, left back Timber. I think we're going to need Timber's defensive qualities in this game. 3 in the midfield, in the 6 Zubimendi. I think we're going to need him in this game more than ever. Very good on the ball, can control, and be our composer in this game. On the left 8, Rice, I think we need his engine, his ability to be up and down. He's a big game player as well. Right 8, going to go Marino in for Odegaard in this game. I think we're going to need Marino's, his height, his, ability to, strong in the duels, and also he's good on the ball, and he's got a good understanding with Subamendi. So I do feel this will be a very tactical game, and I feel Marino will be a big player in this game. Right wing Saka, left wing Trossard, and centre forward Gyökeres. I think we're going to need Gyökeres' physical presence and how his work rate. He works really hard off the ball. I think we're going to need that in this game, and I do feel he'll be able to occupy maybe one or two of the centre backs of Inter Milan. So that's my predicted 11. Here's my final match prediction. I do think there's not going to be many goals in this game, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. And I think a draw at San Siro away to Inter Milan is a great result. And, 1 point on the board, which will, secure us top 8. And I think we can go and win our last game against Cairo at home, and hopefully finish top in the Champions League. So yeah, that's your Canon insight. Drop your predictions in the comments below and stay tuned for the post-match reflection after the game. It will be a late one. If you found this insightful, please remember to follow, subscribe across all platforms, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. Please remember to like, comment and share. Thank you.